Aloha, Rich Halverson here. This is ITS227, and continuing with chapter 6. In this video, I'm going to start with 6.9 objects. And so here we are, and an object in JavaScript is like a class in other languages. A little different. When you declare an object, you're actually creating one, whereas the class is more like a blueprint of something. But you know, it has properties and methods and all that kind of stuff. And so just the terminology is a little different. It's a little different. It sort of encapsulates a dictionary, a Python dictionary. But anyway, so go through this, make sure you understand it. Here we're defining a book, and it's got a title property, it's got a published, it's got a little array in there of this keywords. It's got another it's got like a dictionary. Hold on a second. All right, I wanted to get the terminology right, and they don't call it what I was going to call it, but they just call it another object literal. I'm referring to the author here, where this is a book is an object, and within it, book is an object, and within it there's another object, and it's literally this. Okay, so anyway, so it can have all kinds of things, and a method, you can define a method within an object like this, and this is the name, and then you use this function keyword, and then this encloses the function. And you can also do it like this, where you're outside the definition of the object, but then you define a method within that object, and so all of the properties inside the object are visible to it. And just title this refers to the object that it's in, and then author, I don't see title. Anyway, so make sure you go through this and understand all this. Oh, and then there's and then you can define getters and setters. You know, that's kind of like Java and C# and so on. How you access a safer way to access properties and to set properties. And so this is so you use these keywords. All right, so let's get down to the should go through that. So let's go to this. All right, display. Get this up here. All right, display the movie's composer. I guess it's just console.log parentheses movie composer. All right. Of course, that seems pretty simple, but you could be coming from a language that doesn't have, that's not so obvious. Anyway, so what's next? Define a method named this. Here we go. This one. It takes the name of a role as an argument and returns that role's order of appearance. If the role is not found, it returns 0. So young Murph would return 5 because this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's the fifth. It's the fifth one because we start counting. This is 1. It's not the index. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're supposed to write that function here. Okay, so I guess I would do how's this? I'm returning 0. So can I do let ret equal 0? I'm returning 0 if I don't find it in there. And then I can do for let I equals 0 to this row's length, comma, I plus plus. If roll equals this roll's I, if it's equal to that, then return I plus 1. And just end it. If we get all the way to here, we can just return, well, shoot, so I can just do this. I don't need this variable here. And it's not ret, it's return. So I'll return 0. Okay, so it comes in, and what it does is it loops through, and if it oh yeah, this is on the screen. If roll equals, okay, so I'm gonna see if this is right. Infinite loop. Okay, I did this wrong. Oh, I forgot to say movie dot. I bet it's movie. No, it should be. No, it should be inside movies. All right. Well, I don't know why this doesn't work, but there is a method called index of, and I'm going to just cheat and go find index of. Oh, all right. All right. I had to figure out how I looked at the answer, and I had to figure out where the answer, how we should know the answer, and it's actually in the previous chapter. So let's go back to 6.8, and that's the trouble when I don't actually go through this with you guys. But if we search for index of, it turns out that in about somewhere down here in the middle of the chapter, we learn about the index of function and the last index of function. And what that is the argument is some value that's in the array, and it'll return the index of that value. So if we're looking for 92 here, it'll return 1, the number 1. If we're looking for it'll return the first one. If we're looking for the last one, we can use last index of it. It returns this anyway, and it returns -1 if the value is not found, because 0 would mean the first one. So so that's the function we use. So let's go back to where we were, which was in this one, and so we can use that index of function. I already got the first one, so let me go to the second one. And so solution, we can just do return. It's in rows. So this rows index of row plus one. Okay, so so whatever this is, it's going to look for the index of that in here, which is this, and it's the index is going to be like, if it's Cooper, it's going to be 0, but we want to return a number 1 because it's the first one. And so it turns out if we add 1 to it, and if it's not in there, this is going to be -1, and we want to add 1 to it to make it 0 because that's what they ask us for. So let's see if this works. Yeah, okay. All right, what's next? Define a getter named total revenue that subtracts. Okay, let's look back up at the getter, at the gets, and we put the gets. Here's the set. Here's a set, and here's a get. Okay, so it's right in there. I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to go back down to the bottom here, and someplace around here I'm going to put a get. This is totally wrong, but I'm going to make the get be total revenue. I think that's what it is. That subtracts budget from box office and returns a result. Okay, so I just need to do this. I don't need any of this fancy stuff here. I'm just going to return this box office minus this budget. That let's see what this says. Oh, that's nice. Okay, what's next? Define a setter. So I bet it's like this: set one award. Takes a parameter for the name of the award. I'm going to call it award name. Equals a function. No, that's not equal. How do you do it? Where were those setters? No, they were up here someplace. Oh, that is how you do it. Okay, great. All right. And it's going to be one award. Some value, and pushes that value onto the end of the awards array. I guess it's something like this awards push this. I don't know what this is. Setter is defined without a getter. Yeah, that's how it is. Well, I'm going to guess. I'm not going to look it up. Oh, that's right. Good. Okay, what's the last one here? Use the keyword to assign the variable sculptor. Use the keyword let to assign sculptor. Let sculptor equals name. Okay, so I got I'm defining a new object here, right? Let's go back up here. Okay, here's a nice object. I know this is just really silly that I do all this, but I just do all this just because I want to because I have too many languages in my head. Okay, let's sculpture equals, okay, gotta have one of these things. And there's gonna be a object called name, which stores Michelangelo. Um, and artworks storing David. How about David, Moses, and whatever that is, however you say that. How does this look so far? Let me see. I better. This is it's the last challenge in 6.9. And it's the number 5. And I want to just make sure. Okay. That's what I thought. So I am doing it right. Looks like I'm doing it right. Do I put semicolons? Of course I do. Oh, no, comma. Oh, commas. That's why that's there. Should be a comma. All right. And another comma. And then I want born date is March 6th, 1475. And died date is not a semicolon, it's a comma. And died date is February 18, 1564. And each property with a comma. Okay. And then I got to close the curly. Okay. Does that look right? Okay, now I can get rid of all this because I just put that there so I can see what I was doing. Is this all I do? I'll put a semicolon there. So we've got a name of Michelangelo. We've got artworks of this, this, and this. We've got a born date of this, and we've got a died date of this, and that's it. All right. Okay. Great. I will stop this video and make another one. Thanks for watching.